In the previous video, I drove towards a national park in the jungle. The idea was to spend the night at a beautiful viewpoint. It turned out to be closed due to COVID, so I went towards the nearest jungle settlement. It got late, and to avoid driving the winding narrow roads in the dark, I ended up spending the night by the side of the road, in my car. I continued the next morning, but another change of plans. Park closure and roadworks had me turning around. But rather than get frustrated, I was reminded that in Peru, a change of direction is often an opportunity to see some different amazing places. I spent the night not far from an ancient burial site, and I'd decide on my new direction the next morning. I decided that I haven't had enough adventure just yet, so I'm heading to this town called Puerto Maldonado. It's also in the jungle / rainforest. It seems that whenever you want to go to that sort of area in Peru, you always have to go over a mountain pass. Right now I'm at about 4,600 meters. It is damn cold here, like really cold, and it's 11 a.m. The views haven't been great because it's been foggy and cloudy, but I'll see what's on the other end of the pass. The weather can change dramatically, so getting back into the car and driving. I'm always struck by the geographical and the climatic diversity of this land. So far today, it's been cloudy, foggy, and wet. At this altitude, there are no trees, just marshes, pastures, and lots of wind. This is a land for only the most resilient. For some stretches of the road, the clouds part, and I get a glimpse of the 𝗖𝗶H mountain range, sacred to the people who live here. But then, more fog, more rain, miserable weather. Does anyone really prosper here? Or is everybody fighting and hanging on for survival? These village dogs spend much of their day by the road. They hope that the next driver will be the one to throw them leftovers through the window. I make my descent on the other side of the mountain pass. The fog and the rain make everything look the same. Until the clouds part and I see that I'm amidst some serious greenery again. Only a couple of hours driving and I've descended at least 3,000 meters. I'm now below the clouds in a world that seems foreign to the one above it. I've seen this amazing transformation act many times throughout my travels around Peru, but it never ceases to amaze me. I'm at an altitude of less than 1,000 meters above sea level for the first time since the beginning of the year. I hadn't spent so much time in one region for many years. It's true that you appreciate something much more once it's gone. The heat, the humidity. I never realized how much I enjoy this type of climate. I love the Andes, but I grew up in Sydney, by the coast. This feels so much closer to my natural habitat.
Well, I've made it to the jungle again, or this time it's more officially the jungle. I asked a woman who was making a ceviche for me in the town of 𝗓𝗄𝗎𝗄, is this the jungle? And she said yes, so I am officially in the jungle. It is astonishing that just a couple of hours ago I was up on that mountain pass and the temperature must have been -1 or very close to that, and now it's close to +30, scorching sun, blue skies, different world, you know, all green all around, different sounds.
I don't want to have a repeat of my first night and have to rush to find just any kind of camping spot in the dark. I head off in search of one with some time to spare.
So after driving for pretty much the whole day, I found this beautiful little spot not far from a road. Just took a little path and ended up here. You can still hear the cars. Really, it doesn't matter how far I can go from here. I wanted to take this journey to have that feeling of exploration again, to know whether the world outside of this bubble that I've been in exists, or if it's been sort of burned to the ground, as some of the news outlets would lead us to believe. The world outside of my bubble and of your bubble does exist, and it still is as wonderful as it has always been.
This time I am able to really appreciate the place that I chose for the night. Moments like these inspire you to look within and to figure out some things for yourself and about yourself. The thoughts of the pandemic, my anxiety, the frustration, the anger that seems to fill so much of the world, they all just fade into darkness. The occasional cars passing by are the only reminder of the world where I come from. Once again, I'm falling asleep to the sound of the thunder and the rain. In the morning, a change of plans again. Ahead, there are more roadworks. And I promised my daughter that I'd be back today. If I don't turn around, I won't be able to keep my promise. Despite all the changed plans and never really getting to any specific destination, this journey gifted me with what I was hoping for. That magical feeling of being a traveler in unfamiliar lands again. I can't see the sun rising, but there's a beautiful sight nevertheless. The fog clouds open up and reveal a view of the jungle as far as the eye can see.